Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface.
Nope, it's John from getting shit on by Windows 10. Hello everyone, I recorded this video once already, but probably due to some genius's idea, there may have been another Windows update, because I can't find any other explanation for that, which fiddled around with the default settings of my microphone. So apparently this video, despite me having it, as you can see in the picture on... Well, I mean, you can't see because I put the task manager over it, but my audio is usually fine. It goes from the green to yellow range in OBS, and I have it on minus 1.6 decibels, because otherwise it would be a bit too loud, and I don't want that. So apparently, I think, I can't confirm it, but I think there was a Windows update, and you know what happened? Well, I already said it. It fiddled around with microphone settings, and my recorded commentary was ear rape, and I couldn't listen to it. It was too loud. So great. I mean, it's on my end for not checking that, but when I was recording the intro, I did have the OBS open, and it didn't spike up as much, so I don't fucking know. I had to lower down from 100%. There's OBS settings for microphone, and there's system settings for microphone. OBS I have minus 1.6 decibels, and I have noise gate, or like noise suppression, or the microphone static suppression, fine. And the system settings I had 20 decibels boost and 100%, so I had to lower that to 10 decibels and 80%. It's like, great. 1 hour something gone, and there were good thoughts in that video, at least from my perspective. So this is, this screenshot is on screen right now because the gameplay was also lagging, despite me having this little use of processor, or like CPU and memory. The first column is processor, 14%, and the second is RAM, it's 37%, with the game open and with the recording running. It's like, why? Why is any of this shit happening? There's things like the My Friends application, which you can see in the bottom right, next to the battery state, like next to the arrow next to the battery state on the left. There's like two stick figures. It's like those things are set as core system features, but they can't get a fucking update right, or even the system whatsoever. Enough of that, anyway. Hopefully this time it's gonna be better. I imagine there's some chance that because the audio was so loud, it had like difficulties compressing it, and maybe it was lagging because of that. I don't have any other explanation. So hopefully this time it's gonna go better. And I have no idea whatsoever what commentary am I gonna attach to this, because... well, whatever. The next day, Malfurion and his allies find themselves at the Winterspring outpost after following Illidan's tracks. Such is the description of Chapter 2, Trail of the Betrayer. And I want to say one more thing. My voice was already hurting a bit before when I was recording the previous video, and I deleted that. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have uploaded it, set it to unlisted, and linked it below the video for those of you who wouldn't want to believe me that happened, and that I did record, and that I spent time. But now my voice is hurting a bit more than before, so I don't know how am I gonna be able to do a commentary, how well or not so well. So I just want to say, if there will be a silent period of like several minutes, it's not without a reason. So anyway, that's the description of Chapter 2, Trail of the Betrayer. And in the previous retry, I think, I liked my Treant voice a lot. I haven't heard it because it was, I imagine it would be too loud, but I liked, like when I was doing it, I really liked it, but yeah. Damn. I don't think water's gonna fix it. Yet another village has fallen to the highborn. It grieves me to think how our people could be at war in these pressing times. How do you intend to lead your people against the Legion when you cannot even protect them? If only there was another way. Shando's Stormrage. Ah, Well met, Sentinels. What is the situation? Illidan and his followers rushed through the outpost, slaying anyone who stood in their way. My sister and I tried to stop him, but... Now is not the time for self-regret, Sentinel. Where is my brother? Illidan has fled into the nearby wilderness. Many of his followers are blocking the path he took, though it is unclear of their intentions in doing so. He would have anticipated my arrival. The Highborn must be desperate if they are protecting the magics within the defiled fountain. What? These Highborn have been consuming demonic bile? It is unclear exactly what it is, but yes. Luckily, the druids reside in the Barrowdens not far from here. If we can reach them, they will surely turn the tides of battle in our favor. Understood, Shando. Hopefully I'll be able to do the treant and everything. Not this fucking bug again. No. I mean, I'll load the other thing, in case you wouldn't believe me, that... These bugs are fucking annoying. I got this far, I finished it, and I then found out, like... I'm doing this to reload so that the music fixes itself and it isn't as loud. Hopefully. There we go, fixed.
Speak your mind. How may I serve the goddess?
I've been, in the previous video I was talking about why are companies so incompetent? Why do they not want to see green but instead want to politicize things? Like Gillette and saying that the man is bad, especially the white man, and social justice, that it's a disease, and that even if you don't want to listen about it, sorry. It pains me to think how Illidan could slaughter so many of our brethren. Such a sin will not go unpunished. And that eventually, even if you don't want to pay attention to it, those that uphold social justice probably will, and they'll want to screw with your things and change them to their liking. And I was talking about various things, and all of it gone. Oh, right, but I do recall one portion of what I talked about. Let's use that. The clarity, that is. There we go. Oh, and I've gone back and got the Gem of Power. A comment helped me find it much faster than I usually would have, so props to the comment. You can go back and see what the comment is. It's from Vidhand Naik, I think, that's the username. There, okay, no picture present, nothing blocking anything, as it should be. I mean, all is as it should be. Anyway, I do recall a bit of my commentary from the previous video. After all, it is my fault, so why shouldn't I recall that? And the thing was that I have some sort of wild theory about why are so many companies nowadays screwing up so much. It's like, they would have been completely fine if they hadn't politicized things and if they just kept seeing green. In other words, looking for money, or making a product that is worth buying. In other words, trying to get profit. In other words, doing what a company probably wants to do. No, companies, I don't think companies which create products are created for the sole purpose of politicizing things and telling people that they need to get better. Or that, you know, the war stories and war veterans that died in the Second World War, aka Battlefield 5, didn't really happen with all that many men, and that there were women fighting on the front line. You know. And I have a theory that it's China behind that, but I'll talk about it after this short interview with our Treant friend. Greetings, Shando Stormrage. It thrills me to know that you have awakened. What has happened to you, Ancient One? I was ferociously attacked by a group of berserk wildkin. They took my lifestone and then fled to their eastern den. For thousands of years, I have used the Lifestone's energies to prevent myself from aging. With my strength waning, I feel my death fast approaching. I will not let you suffer like this, great ancient. I will find these wildkin and return your lifestone to you. Thank you, Stormrage. I will hold out as best as I can until you return. Only this last sentence I felt was good. All the previous, I couldn't quite get the tone right because my throat is like getting sore and my voice hurts.
Has dulled my senses.
Fucking Windows 10.
On your mark.
The land and I are one.
Anyway. I have wild fury that it's...
For Kalimdor,
Well, there is...
dulled my senses.
Actually, if I say that, it's gonna be probably much of the commentary from before narrowed down.
The
And
land
if you don't like the current way it's headed, no need to worry, there's not gonna be that much...
Find justice.
There's not gonna be that much more of it, only a bit.
dulled my senses.
So the first point was that social justice will eventually catch up to you, whether you
Kalimdor,
support it or hate it.
On your
Anudor,
mark.
Well, probably hate it, that's the case which I'm talking about.
I am the blade of the
I
goddess.
just don't think it's a good thing, it's stupid. Equality through inequality and things like that. Anyway,
Find justice.
the other thing is, I think it might be, you know the company Tencent? The
Standing guard.
Chinese
How may I
company
serve the
that
goddess?
holds,
my senses.
that has very long fingers.
For Kalimdor,
Your move.
It holds, what, 40%
On
of
your mark.
Epic Games. Riot Games is a subsidiary of Tencent. And also Grinding Gear Games is a subsidiary of Tencent. And
Waiting
all
on
of these companies, these wildkin are abnormally aggressive. What could be causing them to behave in such a feral manner? No idea. Ooh, Sapphire of Mana. I didn't get that item last time.
Waiting on you.
threatens these
How
lands.
much mana does it give? Step aside, will you? Thank you.
For Kalimdor,
Ah. Shame you can't combine these two into a gem of...
something is amiss.
I don't know what would it be called. In Dota it would be a booster.
The land
I mean, it boosts both. Oh well.
threatens these
Anyway.
lands.
Fire.
Something is amiss.
Well, you know, I think that it might be
Threatens
Tencent with its long fingers trying to screw the AAA industry, because
Waiting on you.
why else would EA, Bethesda, Ubisoft, and although Ubisoft does keep the product quality higher,
What threatens
the same can be said for the others.
How
Waiting on
dare
you.
you!
And also the studios that these big publishers currently own, like BioWare has not gone down the drain, but it's not really doing that great. Many have left the studio. Oh, Activision Blizzard, Activision, that's another one. Why would all of them suddenly turn to, well, to what they've turned? And also Deep Silver with its Metro Exodus. Who would benefit from all of that? Probably someone who doesn't care about any of it. They do care about it, like Tencent holds shares in many companies, but
How may I serve the goddess?
why hold a share in companies if you can just let them crash and burn and then come in with your own product, which is not flawless, but you know, if it's the only product on the market
On your
that's
mark.
worth something. But that's point A. Point B, I've been using the heal thinking it restores only 150 health, so I'll need to save up some mana and use it better. And point C, you know, the concept of social justice and and political correctness. If you have a look at the video, it's an interview with Yuri Bezmenov, who was a KGB agent during the Cold War, and even before that. His origins are in Russia. He lived in Russia until he defected.
Goddess.
I mean, he lived in Russia, then he traveled to India, and then he defected, thanks to a hippie protest, as he put it. If you go through that video,
Moonlight.
if you have time, I'm not exactly sure which one, there's 3 interviews.
I am sworn to avenge. Your majesty. Die, criminal.
There's several interviews. I think it's the one where he sits next to the interviewer. There are short sponsor messages, etc. That one. I know that's not really a telling you much, but
The land and
it
I
is.
are one.
It is clearly distinguishable. He's sitting next to the interviewer is a man, and
It shall
you
be
know.
done.
So anyway, if you
Anudora
listen to that, the concepts of social justice and political correctness,
It shall be done.
they're a part of.
For Kalimdor.
I almost didn't see this the first time I played through, but
Ashtherodana.
I did see it in the end. I returned for it.
What threatens these lands?
So the concepts of social justice and everything like that
The land and I are one.
are portion of trying to
Anudora.
disrupt the country. You know, subterfuge.
Dulled my
Because the
senses.
greatest way to win a war
Ashtherodana.
and to capture a country
Anudora.
is by making them think that
For Kalimdor.
it's them themselves which wish those things. They wish to be
Anudora.
ruled by someone else, and etc.
What threatens these
And-
lands? It shall be done.
This might be hectic because I'm trying to focus on what I said before. To try to say it in as little words as possible, so that I don't
It
use up
shall
my
be
voice too
done.
much. And that
Kalimdor.
these concepts, I mean, social justice and political correctness
shall
seem
be
to be
done.
concepts which fit into these. Like, I'll talk about it more after this short message from our train sponsor. We have returned with your lifestone, as promised. Thank you, Shando Stormrage. Unfortunately, my fate is now inevitable. To aid you on your quest, I give you my staff, my most prized possession. May it help you defend Azeroth when in the face of total annihilation. I shall, fallen ancient. I promise you, your death will not be in vain. Farewell, Shando Stormrage. I felt like only the last sentence, the farewell, was okay, but it not nearly as close as the last time.
Sleep dulled my senses.
Uh,
It shall be done. For Kalimdor.
so anyway,
Anudora.
in the interview, Yuri Bezmenov, a former KGB agent,
Kalimdor.
talks about how there are several
Ashtherodana.
steps you not have to
It
undertake,
shall
but
be
should,
done.
when you want to overtake a
For
country.
Kalimdor.
Another battle took place here. Interesting. The bodies seem to be of the Highborn. They must have been ambushed while making their escape. I guess by the Murlocs, because there's no one else nearby. At the moment.
It shall be done.
It could have also been teleporting demons, but you know. That's putting my tinfoil hat on.
Anudora.
In other words, if you don't know what tinfoil hat means,
For
a
Kalimdor.
conspiracy.
It shall be done.
Or like a wild theory, sorry, not a conspiracy. But it can be used with a conspiracy, I think.
Ashtherodana.
So anyway, the former KGB agent talks
Shall
about
be
how
done.
the first few steps are to ridicule religion,
Ashtherodana.
increase the tensions between neighbors, to prevent any settlement in conflicts. Just to have like in settlement like when something happens, and to just escalate everything into conflicts, to remove, to slow down communication and everything. And if you look at
Ashtherodana.
how people who uphold social justice act, they're playing right into that. And
Ashtherodana.
that's not even a tinfoil hat. I mean, a tinfoil hat isn't required for that to
Find justice.
be observable. Just many people who uphold social justice tend to act one like the other. Why is that?
Dulled my senses.
I don't have an explanation for that, but you can see that
How may I serve
it's
the
always a
goddess?
conflict. It's either
Threatens these
things will
lands.
be as they want them to be, or things won't be at all. That's, in my opinion, an escalation of things. And it's not helping anyone. But that's the point. It's supposed to disrupt, it's supposed to
Moonlight
destroy, it's supposed
shines
to
upon the guilty
diminish.
Land
and
and
the
I
innocent
are one.
alike.
And then the other thing is, social justice has taken place in many, not many, in some countries around the world. USA, Sweden,
Something
I don't know
is
other,
amiss.
like Britain perhaps, but I don't think
The
it's
land and
that
I
prominent
are
in Britain
one.
whatsoever. I don't know what the other countries are.
The way.
But the point is, it's not, it hasn't taken roots only in one country. I think it is the most prominent in America, in USA. It might be in Canada as well. Yeah, Canada. But aside from that, that's it. So like, who unleashed this weapon? I think it has been unleashed on USA, but it spread to others, and now it's just wildfires all around the globe.
The way.
And I don't know who originally unleashed it. But that's what I'm trying to get at. It's not random, it's a weapon. So, interview with Yuri Bezmenov, and the last bit of rant, or like the last bit of the video, the last 20 minutes were about voice starting to... I can't change the tone anymore. It's... I mean, even if I lose voice, it doesn't matter. On 7th I have test, or at test, and... fuck, I knew it would happen, I knew it, but I was focused too much on talking. I didn't lose a unit in the previous playthrough in here. I lost an archer shortly before the end, and then I lost like 2 archers in the Cathra in the final fight. Like, even if I lose my voice, it's fine, because on 7th I have a test, and on 11th I have a consultation. I don't think I'm gonna pass either, but whatever. I can try anyway. And I don't think I'm gonna need my voice for either. Like, the consultation, theoretically I should need it, but I can make do without it. I can just point and nod and do whatever.
For Kalimdor.
Hopefully I'm not gonna lose that archer. I didn't want to risk it. So, and the last bit was about, like, I think Windows 10 is not a piece of trash, but it's like super inconsistent. Sometimes your settings may or may not get changed when an update arrives. Your system may or may not be forced to restart even if you're doing something, and your system may or may not work. That's probably my biggest grudge with it. Like, in the screenshot, I'll bring it up again. As you can see, I'm doing things in the meantime. I'll travel to the next fight and then I'll remove the picture. As you can see, I have very low first and second column numbers, like very low usage of CPU and RAM. But despite that, the system was lagging. Why? And it's not the first time, it's happened previously as well. And it's just ridiculous. Like, you have things like, as I said, my people application as a core part of the system, which in my opinion is just corporate greed because you get sponsorship or like money because you have that involved or included in the system. But you can't get a fucking performance and optimizer. You can't get the concept of good performance and optimization right.
It shall be done. Something is amiss.
You know, it's... I'm not happy with Windows 10, but that's the system I got, and... I couldn't choose a Windows 7. I would have. I could have only chosen a Windows 8. And I don't want that one either. It's basically a phone version of Windows that they tried to sell as a PC version.
For Kalimdor.
Right, I have a lot of mana, so let's group up units and heal.
How may I serve the goddess? Speak your mind.
I think it's large enough to that'll heal all the units. There we go, okay.
Something is amiss.
We cannot allow Malfurion to pass. Oh, you wish. Wretches. I will have to rely on my powers over nature to defeat the enchanters on the other side. You know, the thing about Tencent and the Chinese conspiracy... Tinfoil hat on again. Maybe I'll buy a tinfoil hat. Or maybe I'll make one. We got tinfoil at home. I think. Might be mistaken. Anyway, putting my tinfoil hat on. You know the Epic Store? It's not Epic Store, it's Tencent Store in my opinion, but hey, let's call it Epic Store for the sake of recognition and not getting lost in what I'm trying to say. The Epic Store belongs to Epic Games, which is owned by... not owned, but Tencent holds 40% in that company. As such, I think it doesn't have the majority vote, but it probably has a very high vote in like, regardless. So, if you take a look at all the exclusivity deals and what's happening... Oh. In a previous playthrough I said, I think Malfurion has enough range to kill the Enchantress, in the case that someone doesn't pick Force of Nature in the previous mission, and save skill points to level up Life Search and miss. So you would be... well, not really, you could still Life Search it to death, huh? Okay. You wouldn't be stuck either way. But you can't reach him. Okay. Anyway, we've seen the exclusivity deals, and that publishers are more than willing to do these. Like, they forget that it's the customer who the money comes from, and not a higher percentage on the store. I doubt Epic's gonna be as used as Steam. And also, fuck off with the amount of launchers and clients. Why not just have it on Steam? Rise up, defenders of old. Let the fury of the druids be known to the world once again. Shadow Stormrage, it has been too long since we last saw you. Ishnu Allah, Theroshan. I am pleased your kin heard the horn sound deep within the Barrowden. Your pardon, Shando, but the druids have been awake from their slumber for quite some time. What? But how? Priestess Durande had us awakened. She was insistent that we aid her against the orc threat at the time. Durande, my heart. Why? Surely she knows of the great pact we must uphold with the dragonflights. We refused to leave the den for that very reason, Shando Stormrage. Since then we have been unable to return to the Emerald Dream. Where are the rest of your kin now? We do not know. It is likely they have gone their own separate ways by now. Your quest is foolhardy, Furion. Not only are your powers weakened, but the allies you seek are oblivious to the Legion's coming. If only you had more power. You seem troubled, Shando. I am fine, Theroshan. I have need of you and your mighty brethren to aid me to the nearby fountain. The fountain's energies have been defiled, and it is a matter we must further investigate. Then we druids of the Claw are yours to command. I hope you won't mind if I just check the audio. Yeah, it seems to be going from green to yellow only. Alright, it's probably good. Oh yeah, and the face cam is as it should be as well.
Where shall I strike?
Alright, so I'm gonna do what I did before, put Huntresses into group 2. It so far hasn't lagged, but I'll have to wait and see. Like, I haven't fiddled around with the settings or anything, so it just changed out of its own volition. Seriously, I didn't try to change the microphone settings. Why would I? Why would I fuck myself over? Just no. Wait. Oh wait. Alright, that's later. Okay. Yeah. In one of the magic vaults there will be a Tome of Intelligence +2. Unless it's random. I was just thinking, wait, have I skipped a crate? Have I missed something? It's Malfurion. Get him! Life Surge level 2 does a good deal of damage. That said, I won't have it for much longer as a member of the Discord, as I said in the previous video, but if you haven't seen that, I understand. I'm still considering whether I want to re-record it again or not. But probably not considering my state of voice, and later down the line I probably won't want to either. The Highborn must be collecting powerful objects and storing them within these vaults. We shall use their own items against them. Then, I'm able to recall some
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Of the things that I talked about in the previous video. In here I talked about how I don't understand, like, Blizzard put some items, back when it wasn't Activision Blizzard, mind you, Blizzard put some powerful artifacts into vaults so they don't get stolen. Fine, and guard them. But like this, none of the, presumably, none of the units around the vault could have used that. So why would you store them, like, out in the wild? It's not really out in the wild, you had defenses, so I guess this is a big camp I'm in, but do you see my point? Like, perhaps it doesn't make much sense to me. I get it's Warcraft 3, it's there for the player to get items, so instead of it just lying on the ground or being dropped by an enemy, I get it, but still I'm not exactly sure it's making much sense for me, but it's whatever, it doesn't have to make much sense. It's a game anyway, so. But I do try to look for sense in whatever I play, so. Just that's why I'm trying to think of it. Damn. Get back. But why? No! I know I'm not doing all that well. That's because I could reload, I could do it without losing a single unit, but I'd probably have to cut the commentary. I'm not bad at games, it's just sometimes I focus on too many things and then the end result isn't as good. Which is currently an issue I have with the university studies. Like, I'm able to pass the practical part no problem, at least in the B2 exam, Cambridge B2 exam of English. I passed that on the first try, got a B on all parts. But when it comes to translations, I seem to be having issues because I didn't go to a... Fucking A. Fuck off. I seem to be having issues because I didn't study a special high school which you study in order to prepare for university. And I seem to be missing out, like, how to write an essay and things. And that's... It's pissing me off quite a lot, because my English is good. Like, to get a B on all parts on the Cambridge B2 exam, that's not anyhow amazing, but it's good. In my opinion, it's good. I didn't prepare for the test whatsoever. So it then bugs me that I can't, like, pass the... I can't pass the theoretical part, even though I know how to use the English, how to do the practical part. I'm not studying to be a teacher, so it's not making sense to me. Why couldn't I pass the subject? Unless it's repeated later down the line, but still, like... Phonology as well. Why would I have to know how are things pronounced if I know English, and if I know how to pronounce English words? And I'm not studying to be a teacher, I'm not studying to have another language, to be a translator of another language. In that case, I could see it being useful. But I'm not. I'm only gonna do English and Czech. I'm not gonna do more languages. I tried Russian, I tried German. I learned Russian for 4 years, 3.5, and German for 5 years. I didn't like either of the languages. I wasn't bad, but I wasn't good either. It was meh compared to my English.
It shall be done.
And it just sucks so much. Like, I think I could finish my studies at the university, but for whatever the reason I'm having, well, I just described the reasons, but I'm just having trouble that I shouldn't be having. There's just a disconnect between how much you learn at a... There's a trend one can perceive. I try to focus on the fight and not lose a Druid of the Claw. That would suck a lot.
The land and I are one.
I am
Fuck off!
Something is amiss.
point the way.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna just lose units.
Has
Fucking A.
dulled my senses.
Whatever.
Say no.
I don't know, I can't focus
Threatens these lands.
that much, I guess.
Press the attack.
I mean, I know I'll be able to do the final fight regardless. It's just I could have not lost those units, but focusing on the too many things once again. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about.
Is amiss.
Shit, I tried to not lose what I was talking about, then not lose the units, and I lost both in the end. There should be a want of neutralization in here. Yeah. There's the Tome of Intelligence +2.
Waiting on you.
So,
The way.
Dulled my
you know, it's
On your mark.
whatever.
threatens these lands.
Hopefully I won't have to speak for the rest of the day. I can't try... Well, I can't... Can I change... I still can with water, but not for that long. My voice is all raspy and
It
it's
shall
like...
be done.
it hurts to speak.
Point the way. On your mark.
Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I
Point
are
the way.
one.
Anyway.
Waiting on
Oh! That's another thing which I wanted to mention in the previous playthrough, but I forgot.
Dulled my senses.
And it does seem to be still ongoing. That's weird, I didn't think about that actually. It's... I had a dream. I usually don't have dreams. And no, it's not that I would have dreams but don't remember them. I don't have dreams. I stand behind that, or beside that.
The attack.
The thing is, as of recently I started having dreams. Whenever I eat something different than I usually do, like lots of fruits with
Shall be done.
some exotic seeds and whatever.
Waiting on you.
The land
And
I are one.
or like I had a fruit cocktail yesterday.
It shall be
And there were like banana, apple, and
dulled my senses.
some exotic seeds, something. And I sometimes, as I said, I sometimes get these dreams.
On your mark.
And this time,
Waiting on you.
oh right, this one's gonna be a bit tougher.
Has sleep
On your
dulled
mark.
my senses?
I am the flame of the goddess.
These archers just do so much damage.
The land and I are one.
I know I could position my units here to get the mana regen, but I'm not in need of mana at the moment.
Something is amiss.
It's fine enough that I pulled away the battle maidens.
The way.
Hush their O'Donovan.
Anyway. I had a dream 2 days ago that I was someone. I didn't know who I was. I presumed I was myself. Oh, I thought that would pull the golems, but no. They only get pulled once you start attacking them. But I thought this would be enough for them to stop gathering and go back. Anyway, I had a dream that I was talking to someone, and I told them that there will be many accidents, or like not accidents, many disasters,
Something is amiss.
and that none of them could be prevented. Even the one that was soon to happen within like minutes. Endangering my people is bad enough, but destroying the forests as well, Illidan has much to answer for. So, I was telling that someone... I didn't know any of that, but the words were just coming out of my mouth, where I was saying, none of these disasters will be... You will be able to prevent none of these disasters. And it seems like I was perhaps talking to myself.
Hush their O'Donovan.
Like, there was another person, it wasn't me,
Has sleep dulled
but
my senses?
yesterday there's been 4 things I couldn't prevent.
Is
Like the dogs didn't feel all well, and I couldn't prevent that, so all I had to do was and we'll clean it up afterwards. Then today it's been, you know, that it doesn't seem like too much or a lot even, but yesterday it was very hectic. Was very hectic yesterday, and now the microphone thing, I could have prevented that, but I didn't expect that such a thing is possible, that like your microphone settings will change because of a Windows update, and I wonder what's next, because I've had more dreams in the meantime. I'm kinda scared because I don't know what to expect. In the first dream, that was a weird one, so I'm not gonna talk about it. And the second dream, you know, even the dream that I had 2 days ago, I didn't talk about that I didn't explain, or I didn't describe it in its entirety, I just narrowed it down. But the second dream, like, so the 2 days ago was first, the second dream was weird, I'm not gonna describe it. And the third, I don't know what to make of it yet, that's why. And the third dream, it seemed to have been influenced by my StarCraft playing, because I learn for the test, then I play some games, and yesterday I was playing StarCraft. And in the dream, I was fighting A, zombies, B, for a bit I was playing like first person Warcraft 3, and I was playing with elves and we were trying to cross the bridge and kill some undead. And C, I ended up dueling with some sort of Ronin, that's a masterless samurai. I ended up dueling with some sort of Ronin, and for whatever the reason I was holding both my weapon, which was a massive fucking axe, or not an axe, it was a massive fucking cleaver. And his weapon was, I think it was one of the Orochi swords, or like the, not katana, it was a specific type of sword. And he came to me, he was all smiling and he's like, hand me the sword, so I gave him the sword, we fought, and then I won, and I was handed a prize. But it didn't happen like there would be a crowd and I would be given a prize. I just saw text, you won a prize. So, and I don't know what to make of that either. Oh, and in the first dream, the one which I don't want to describe, my YouTube channel played a part. So I have no idea whatsoever what to make of any of this. But, you know, it might be my brain subconsciously telling me you should watch out for things. Maybe my brain knows more things than I do, which is stupid to say because your brain is what you know, etc. But the subconscious is very powerful. I think so, at least. And I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if my subconscious level was telling me something by these dreams. And if that's the case, of the first case, I was like, that day I was on alert because of the dream, and it paid off a lot. And as it turns out, I might have to be alert for more than just one day. But what the fuck do I make of the other two dreams? I have no idea whatsoever. It kinda scares me.
It shall be done.
Oh well. I can't change the tone whatsoever now. It's just, I mean, I can change the tone, but not the tone of my voice.
It shall be done.
I think what you're looking at is someone who's gonna lose his voice tomorrow, or probably today.
The land and I are one. For Kalimdor threatens these lands.
Oh well. I'll get it back eventually.
As sleep dulled my senses, it shall be done.
Yay! Kept the treant alive.
My watchers are ready. As you wish. In honor.
There goes a lever for
Dulled my senses.
one thing, I mean one box, which is, oh, I forgot, there's more units guarding. Okay, but the lever is for a box over here
The
somewhere.
land and I are one. Something is amiss. Ashtherodana.
Nice. These archers are just so deadly. Oh, these are not archers. Okay, never mind. The golems are also pretty powerful.
Dulled my senses. Anudora. For Kalimdor. The land and I.
Doesn't slime cost, yeah, 90.
Something is amiss.
Damn it.
Pathetic wretches.
There's only 2 towers as far as I remember, or as far as I can tell.
Anudora.
Oh, it's as far as I remember because I've
It
been
shall
through
be
this once
done.
already. I was just trying to pick the
Anudora.
proper words.
Ashtherodanador. It shall be done.
And
For Kalimdor,
I forgot what does this drop.
the land.
I have the scroll, I have the book. I don't remember the third item. I do remember the legendary. In case you wouldn't believe me, actually you can read about it, so that's not too good of evidence,
shall
is
be
it?
done.
Yeah, well. It's a staff which gives you mana burn and plus 10 attack damage. The mana burn is for 12 points. It's gonna drop from the last box you destroy, I think. Not from not from this, but if this was your third box and this was a fourth, you would get it from the fourth one. I think that's how it's said to be. Nice, Scroll of Resurrection, I'm gonna take that.
What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses?
Waiting on you.
Let's go get some man. Actually, I don't have to, really.
Waiting on you.
I can just...
Something is amiss.
Oh, right, the portal, Waygate. Oh, I knew he would come. Don't worry, Kafranis made his orders clear. Activate the portal. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry for the static, but that's whenever I turn on or off the microphone.
The land and I are one.
Point the way.
Ooh, might seem like I have a cold or something? Or maybe just... Ah, whatever. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna pass the test anyway, so if I'll be sick and I'll just travel there to take it anyway, that's not gonna matter. So the last thing is down here, behind trees. Wait, hold on. It's not here, it's to the right and down. Oh no, it is over here. Oh, okay, yeah, it's here.
Press the attack! How dare you!
I'll have to destroy the is it generated? No, I think this is by a lever again. I'll have to destroy a lever. Oh wait, no, it is. It's over there, the lever. Yeah. Oof. Almost lost that one. Friggin' towers, man.
Something is amiss. For Kalimdor, Anudora, has sleep dulled my senses. For Kalimdor,
You don't even have to use that. Oh, you do. Oh,
It shall
I thought you
be done.
didn't, but there's that one tree in the way.
the land and I are one.
On you.
Okay,
What threatens
the
let's
way.
get that legendary. I don't know what am I gonna equip it instead of.
something
Probably
is amiss.
I'm gonna leave behind the superiority ring.
Threatens these lands. Has
Yeah,
sleep
probably.
dulled my senses?
On your mark.
Something is amiss.
Actually, I'm
Threatens these lands.
gonna leave behind the
For
Sapphire of
Kalimdor.
Mana, because
Point the
Something
way.
is
it's
Waiting on you.
the land and I are
1 point of intelligence gives 15 mana. This is like free intelligence, but it doesn't increase your mana regen or damage on intelligence heroes. And this ring the ring gives 25 health, 15 mana, increases attack speed, health regen, mana regen, and probably damage by 1 because it affects all stats. So it's objectively better than the
has sleep dulled my senses.
gem.
Ashtherodanador.
Point the way.
Here we go,
Something
healed up.
is amiss.
Lost the number of units. Pay the price
Has
for
sleep
focusing on
dulled my
commentary, trying to
senses?
recall what I spoke about. I mean, talked about. Sometimes I tend to cut off like mid-sentence or mid-word. Sometimes I use words I don't recall using. Sometimes I just change up words when I want to say something else and I don't realize it. I just wanted to know that I realize that, and my level of English or my use of English is much better than that, but I can't prevent these, it seems. I would need to play with someone who would... I think it's not all that uncommon, though. Like, you have even bigger YouTubers who, if they play with other people, they misspeak and do things like that. Like, use different words, and when they play with someone, that someone reminds them. Or, like, points out, hey, you said something else, what do you mean, etc. Oh, that Battle Maiden didn't even use the shield. That's a first. But as said, I don't play with any YouTubers, and I don't think I would even want to. I mean, definitely not with Azeroth. We have disagreements. With Jabber, you know, I have disagreements with as well. Witty, I don't think he wants to play with anyone. Maybe he does, but probably with someone who's larger, not smaller like me. Harold has university studies. Uber01, with him I played some while ago. He's disappeared, and since his return, I've only seen him play LTA. I mean, he's probably playing other things, but the last time I checked, that was a long while ago, like 2 months, 3 months maybe. He played only LTA. So... Hey, attack, Malfurion. So, you know. And about me playing with a smaller channel, I don't know, I'm not really that consistent, and maybe maybe the co-op. I know I tried to play co-op with a member of my Discord who has a YouTube channel of their own, but there were issues with communications and with the game. I don't recall which one was more prominent, which one was the larger issue. I think it was communications, that it was cutting him off. Yeah, maybe I'll ask him again, see if he... Damn, I can't. Whenever I'm supposed to do things for school, whenever I should be like learning and shite, I just don't want to do any of it. My mind wanders and I just focus on things completely from a different... I know one could call that procrastination, but I think procrastination is something else. Procrastination is not doing anything, but not doing that which you should either. But I'm doing other things. I'm just constantly thinking about things other than school, other than learning, other than... You know, it's...
The land and I are one.
Like, regardless, I'm having issues only in subjects that I don't think are set as they should be, or that I should be having at whatsoever. Like the phonology, I explained why I think that's not something we should be having. Whoops, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, if the golem doesn't go back, that's gonna be great. He's gonna slam on melee. Nice. Nice, I think the golem would have had enough mana for a third slam if I didn't have the staff.
What threatens these lands?
Get him! Woo! We gotta go back. Back to the future. Woo! Get him! Damn, that hurts. I need to kill the ranged ASAP. ASAP. Is it just me, or did the enchantresses save their mana for after I picked up the rune of Dispel Magic?
The land and I are one. What threatens these lands?
With away your move. Waiting only your move.
The land and I are one.
So there are two generators, one's on the left, one is on the right.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Ooh. And I'm gonna go back and heal up. I'll stand by the fountain, because I don't know whether my mana and health will be restored. I theorized about it in the previous video, but I mean in the previous playthrough of this mission. But I don't remember.
For Kalimdor.
I mean I do, I had full health and mana, but I remembered to heal up and go back to the fountain before I started the boss fight, because I wasn't sure. So...
For Kalimdor.
damn it.
Anudora.
Maybe after this I'm gonna get a tea.
For Kalimdor.
But I think my voice hurts a bit too much. I don't think this is gonna fix itself. Oh well. I mean I can use it so far. Well, so far. I'm still able to use it, so... it's probably gonna be fine. Probably. If not, well, I already laid out what I think the consequences. Actually, I didn't. Well, I said what will happen in the case I lose it. There won't be a video for a while, probably. But aside from that, nothing much that would impact you as the viewer, I think. You know, aside from the no videos for a while.
On your mark.
Something is amiss.
I wonder, one thing I wondered about
You'll find justice.
is who created these. There's not like fonts of mana that would be flowing through under the surface, is there? And there's no fonts of... actually maybe of the healing water, sure, but of mana? That's got to be created by someone, right? Oh, and the music died again. It has a weird habit of coming back and then leaving. Instead of coming in, playing, and leaving only in cinematics or whatever.
For Kalimdor, it shall be done. For Kalimdor.
My backline is gonna get fucked because I don't have Huntresses, but Kathranis focuses them down anyways. What can I do? Damn it. But at least I can trigger... whatever. I have been expecting you, Malfurion. I'm Kathranis Remar, leader and sworn protector of the Highborn. So it is you who Illidan commands to do his dirty work. Why does my brother cower from my sight? I'm afraid you have it all wrong, Malfurion. Our master does not wish to involve himself in such pointless conflicts. There are far greater things at stake here. What could possibly be at greater stake than the Legion's coming, Highborn? For too long have the Kaldarai believed that magic is the root of all evil. We, however, disagree. If only everyone could experience its power, they will all come to realize the truth. With Lord Illidan's help, we shall defeat the Burning Legion and prove magic should never have been banished from society. I will not stand for this insolence, Highborn. No good has ever come from using magic, even with the best of intentions. If magic was used once more, it would be the end for all of us. Perhaps the great Archdruid himself should bear witness to the new powers bestowed on us. Well, shite. Shit. There we go. Murder them. I shouldn't stack them all in one place, because Kathranis will, in the next phase, do a ton of damage. Yeah. Oh wait, I got the Huntresses back. Yes. I wondered why I didn't have them in a group. Shite. Out of there. Get out.
For Kalimdor.
Nice. Give it up, Malfurion. We Highborn are the future. Give it up, Kafranis. We Night Elves are the past. Come, most loyal servants of the Highborn. Defend the fountain.
Standing guard.
Haven't lost a single unit yet. Other than losing to Untruses, but hey.
On your mark. Die.
Almost. Fucking almost. He's gonna disappear once more, and then he'll start teleporting and shite.
Say no.
Threatens these lands.
I'm gonna save the rune for later.
On your mark.
Damn! Screw that slow.
It shall be
Waiting on
done.
you.
Threatens
Actually, I'm gonna maybe pick it up.
as sleep dulled my
It's gonna blow a fourth time.
The land and I are one.
On your mark.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm just trying to pick up heals.
The land and
Get him!
I are one.
It doesn't matter how many units I lose now. The main goal is to kill him. Actually, maybe I won't lose anyone.
Waiting on you.
Get him! Get that fucker. I haven't lost a unit yet. I haven't... Yes! I haven't lost a single unit. In the boss fight, contrary to previously. It is over, Kafranis. Maybe so, but you struggled against my powers. What hope is there for you, the great Archdruid, when the Burning Legion returns to this world? There are more fountains of power like this spread across the land. They're a gift, a tool for us to defeat our enemies, and we've yet to tap into their true capabilities. Once we secure more power, you and your petty sentinels and druids will stand no chance at our next encounter. That does it. You must think this through, Furion. The Highborn possess great magic, one which could prove promising in the times ahead. No, I refuse to indulge in such a selfish act. Besides, I defeated... And with what? Your powers over nature? You know this won't be enough to defeat the Burning Legion. Keep going along this path and you will soon find more death. Your allies have left you, and your loved one has disobeyed you. There is no order. How can they stand against the might of the Legion? You've seen yourself what has happened to Lordaeron and the Barons. Soon the rest of Kalimdor will follow, and you and your pathetic allies won't be able to stop them. This sounds more like a demon than a Malfurion's inner voice. You know. Even if I was to consider... But there is no other way, Furion. With this new power you will become far greater than any of the Highborn, including your brother. Drink from the fountain's waters, and you will ensure the Legion's destruction forever. So this is the thing, you got only one decision. You know, so... I cannot believe you are making me consider this. On the other hand, the energies in this fountain do not appear to be demonic in nature. I have seen many great Kaldorei lose themselves to their addiction. Then again, I may prove strong enough to resist such a fate. Yes, Furion. Now you understand. Consume the fountain's mystic energies, and with it, you will ensure the survivability of your people and the world. Stormrage? All is well, Sentinel. Now that our business here is done, let us confront my brother. Furion before was orange and blue. I mean, when you went the Highborn path. But anyway, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Unless I lose my voice, and I won't make a video for like 2 to 4 weeks. Which might be the case.